Hello? Okay. So as mentioned earlier, this marks the first time that I share my story so openly and in front of a lot of people. May mga mababanggit akong kwento mamaya na kahit yung family ko and closest friends, hindi ko silang dalawa ngayon, hindi pa nila alam. So I hope you'll bear with me in case I get a little emotional later. But to start off, this is actually the index card I got for our impromptu speech during the first day of class, which I believe is still very relevant today. And to answer the question, and for you to get to know me better, I actually prepared a short icebreaker. But let's just go over it very quickly kasi baka mag-overtime. Okay. Now you might be wondering, why did I include these photos? Why these people? Why these characters? Because, like Quasimodo, I felt burdened by the physical difficulties brought about by my condition, making me aware of the fact that my body is different from being normal. Then came the face of Regina George and Bumblebee. Clarification, yung kay Regina George, hindi yung pagiging mean girl or bully, but Regina George with an actual brace. And yes, I actually experienced wearing one before, which really affected how I viewed myself. In an attempt to escape these overwhelming feelings, I became like Usain Bolt at some point, as I tried to run away from my problems and hide from the rest of the world. And now, I am gradually transitioning into my Catriona Gray moment as I embark the journey towards self-acceptance. You see, all these didn't happen in an instant. I was filled with tens and hundreds of questions that haunted me every day and kept me up every night. What if I could do anything without physical limitations? What if I could wear anything I want? But the most profound question was, what if I embraced my curves? Being able to shift multiple questions filled with regret and negativity into a single question that made me change the way that I think, I began to understand the importance of being able to accept and embrace my unique self. You see, living with scoliosis is definitely not easy, but it made me realize a lot of things. One of which is that I may be bent, but I am not broken. Hashtag bent but not broken. Can you please give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if familiar kayo dito sa hashtag na to? Okay, so for those of you who may not know, this is actually the official hashtag used by Scoliosis Philippines for Scoliosis Awareness Month every June. So yes, you've heard that right. Hindi lang Pride Month ang sineselebrate natin ito in June because June is also Scoliosis Awareness Month. And seeing how many people are still unaware of this, it reflects the ongoing struggle to raise sufficient awareness about the condition. And with this being said, allow me to give you an overview of what scoliosis really is. But first, let's correct a commonly held misconception. The spine isn't perfectly straight. This may come as a surprise, especially since nung bata tayo laging sinasabi sa atin, stand up straight, sit up straight. But in reality, the spine contains a gentle series of curves. However, this is not the same case for people with scoliosis. The spine curves to the left or to the right, either as a C-shaped or an S-shaped curve. To give you a more formal context of what scoliosis really is, according to Scoliosis Research Society, it is a spinal deformity that often goes undetected until pain and the compromise of vital functions occur. So meaning, at the onset, hindi naman talaga nararamdaman yung symptoms. But there are more apparent, more visible signs, which basically are manifestations of body asymmetry. And over time, people with scoliosis can notice height loss, uneven alignment of pelvis and hips, and shortness of breath or quick fatigue. Now you might ask, is it possible to fix scoliosis? The answer to that, my dear friends, is that sadly, scoliosis is a condition that can be cured. There is no option to fix scoliosis, not at least 100%. There are still available treatments such as physical therapy, exercise, body bracing, and surgery. For my case, I almost experienced all of this except the surgery part. It's because I was diagnosed with scoliosis at a very young age. Now that I'm turning 22 this year, I can't believe that it's almost been a decade since I knew I had this condition. And looking back, it all began with a haircut. So as you can see sa first photo, sobrang haba ng buhok ko before, to the point na napapaisip ako ngayon, hindi ko rin alam kung bakit hinayaan kong humaba ng ganyan yung buhok ko. But thankfully, I decided to get that long and overdue haircut, which exposed my back even more. And doon napansin ng lola ko na may something off sa paglalakad ko. Hindi pantay yung shoulders ko, and sabi, parang may bukol daw akong malaki sa likod. My parents had this initial idea that it was scoliosis. They were aware of the condition because my mother herself and my grandmother both have mild scoliosis. And so we went to the doctor, have the screening, the examination, and then it was confirmed that I do have scoliosis. However, unlike my mother and grandmother's case, sabi ng doktor, severe na daw yung akin. And usually, for severe cases, candidate na yun for surgery. But my parents were not in favor of the idea of me undergoing a surgery at such a young age. Kasi they thought I still have a life ahead of me. They wanted me to have a normal life like the other kids. And at first, I thought, isn't it for the better? Para once and for all matapos na lahat. But then they told me the truth. Lahat naman ng surgery is very risky. But scoliosis surgery is a different story. First, una, pwede ako ma-paralyze or malumpo forever, meaning di na ako makakalakad, di na ako makakatayo. Or worst case scenario, hindi na nila ako makakasama. As a result of not going through the surgery, I faced physical limitations and challenges. I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't wear this, I can't wear that. And kaya dyan nilagay ko yung fashion ends when scoliosis begins because as a child, I really enjoyed dressing up and experimenting with different styles. But when I knew I had this condition, I found myself being limited to wearing oversized clothes, oversized shirts, hoodies, cardigans, para lang matago ko yung curves ko sa likod. Ngayon, every time nasa fitting room ako, ganito na yung usual scenario. Kahit na gustong-gusto ko bilhin yung damit, I still had to check kung okay ba siya sa likod ko, okay ba siya sa katawan ko. Moving on, I was also advised by my doctor to wear a body brace until I was 18 years old. So 24/7 siya susuotin. Meaning, tuwing maliligo lang or gagamit ng restroom, dun lang pwede siya alisin. Hanggang pagtulog, maski hanggang pagkain, suot ko pa rin siya. And that means na kailangan ko rin siya isuot sa school. It was in 5th grade when I started wearing my brace to school. And the last time I wore it was in grade 7. It was because I experienced being a victim of bullying due to wearing it, which really affected my self-esteem as a person. Dumating ako sa point na napaisip ako kung masyado lang ba akong OA kasi masyado ako naging affected sa mga sinabi sa akin ng mga kaklase ko. But what I failed to realize back then is the fact that kaya ako sobrang affected by these is because I was so scared na baka kung paano nila ako tignan, gano'n na rin unti-unti kong pagtingin sa sarili ko. And so, I decided to stop wearing my brace. So, as you can see sa pictures, hindi nyo na ako mahahanap agad kasi nakapag-blend din ako, nag-fit din ako. And akala ko happily ever after na, but then, life happens. I became exposed to the societal and media representations of the ideal body shape, the hourglass figure, which made me feel as though my body was falling short of these standards. These cultural and media representations basically shape our way of thinking that having a beautiful body is tied to our perceived worth in our society. Just like how Narda transforms into Darna, or how like Steve Rogers became Captain America. Here in our country, toxic body shaming is deeply ingrained in our culture. Kagaya na lang nitong potato corner job posting, sinasama sa qualification na dapat yung weight proportionate sa height. Or di kaya yung sinasabing ideal measurements ng sukat ng isang nakatawan ng isang babae, ginagawa ng lyrics ng isang kanta. Truth be told, I received my own version of these remarks due to my asymmetrical body. And somehow, these words got to me. It came to a point where I disliked myself. I felt that I wasn't attractive enough. I wasn't capable enough. And worse, I felt like I couldn't love myself anymore. And then, one day, may mga lumapit sa akin from my old high school, nag-message, nag-approach, basta kinausap nila ako. And they shared how they also found out that they have scoliosis. And apparently, isa sa mga taong yun na lumapit sa akin, yung isa sa mga naging bully ko before. Nag-sorry siya sa akin ng paulit-ulit. Kasi mas naiintindihan niya na ngayon kung gaano kahirap magkaroon ng scoliosis. Hearing their experiences was a turning point for me. I wanted to help them. I wanted to support them. But then I realized, how can I help them if I'm coming from a place of emptiness? How can I empower them if I can't even do the same for myself? For me, having this condition meant living with a physical constant reminder that my body is different, that I am different. At age 12, I was still figuring out who I was, trying to fit in and make sense of the world around me. At age 21, apologies. At age 21, here I am, slowly rebuilding my confidence by embracing my curves, my unique journey with scoliosis, and learning to love my body as it is. You see, our bodies are not defined by our weight or how we fit into clothes, nor is it limited to our skin color. They are unique expressions of our personal journeys, our curves, the manifestation of our strength to face and overcome the challenges that come our way. And let's face it, there are going to be days where it's going to be harder to love ourselves. But I hope we do show up anyway. The road ahead may be bumpy, but trust me, as someone who took her time, someone who took 10 long years to finally say all these out loud, we will all get there eventually. Thank you.